up with the same, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. If you're an independent artist that's looking for a platform to showcase your skills, looking for an opportunity to shine, perform live from Unspoken Atlanta exclusive performances.
Damn, Prince A, I like this.
For me, it's about like being genuine and really loving somebody and really having something special with somebody. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Drop mine.
Big bro.
Big bro.
Tell a lot about a man by the way he skate. So how do I skate?
It's never gonna happen for me. Because if you're broke there, nothing's gonna transpire in real life. You don't believe in yourself. And everything is energy. If I believe that I'm that bitch, I'm that bitch.
Fuck Marisha, Keisha, and Jordan. And I ain't tripping if you enjoy.
the channel, man. Subscribe.
Here.
And then from there we can go finish. And I got three. Look like I already got three episodes completed. So everything else I can catch that.
I'm not old, but you look at the generation we raised in.
So they're the ones that's right.
So a nigga had to make a decision like that.
Feeling the checks. If you can figure it out, just do Brian the Indian chicken mom, do roll and delete your chicken mom. And then ask the last one to go.
I'm just saying, you're saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like finding a way to embrace both, being able to talk to people, understand tech, being able to.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Gracias.
All right. So the question is it a man's job to take care of a woman?
Ladies first.
Okay. If the man is claiming that woman and he's claiming her financially, he's claiming her, he's taking responsibility for her, meaning he's taking responsibility over her as a partner, yes, absolutely. In that situation, or if that's his daughter or a situation like that, I think that as an adult, you should be taking care of yourself though. As the bare minimum, you should be taking care of yourself. But if he's claiming her, you know, lawfully, financially, all those, then yeah.
Lawfully, you said that's lawfully. That's married, so.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Like, so he should obviously be taking care of her in that
Well,
instance.
we just in a relationship.
We're just in a relationship.
Yeah.
And so when if we're in a relationship, we're having a conversation about finances, right? Beforehand. We're having a conversation about, we're understanding each other's value system, each other's beliefs, and how we feel about relationship structure. And I think that every relationship is different, but if we're coming to something that makes sense, then it does make sense for a man to take care of a woman, yeah.
I feel like to that, like, I'll provide, but I'm not gonna take care of you where you don't, like you said, don't take care of yourself, because
Right.
I feel like, especially in today's time, like, if I do everything, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's this stigma of, I mean, take into account what you're saying, but just like most women, the majority, not all of you women.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a nigga gotta take care of me, he gotta do this, he gotta pay for this, and do this and do that. Like, if you got a strong belief system like what you're saying, or you raised right, then I'm gonna provide, I'm gonna take care of the bills, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get your hair done, get your nails done, I'm gonna feed you, I'm gonna take care of the majority of the household duties. But at any point, like, I feel like those roles could be reversed, and if you don't know how to take care of yourself because I've been taking care of you, then you ain't no good. Like,
I think it's like define take care, right? Like take care, if taking care is only considered, you know, the bills.
But I feel like for me, and like that's what it comes down to with us. It's like, take care of me as in like foot the bill, like everything. I shouldn't have to do shit. I should be able to call my nigga and, hey, pay for this. Hey, do this.
So.
Hey, there's a roach. Come kill it. And
yeah, that's me. If there's a roach, come kill it, babe. It's a spider, babe. The trash, babe. Yes, definitely. That's how I feel about that. But, you know, I think things get misconstrued because it seems like women are demanding for, well, maybe some women do demand, like, even if we're just dating and you've only been, because I've heard guys tell me, like, you know, I've been on dates with the guys and they'll be like, I'll be like, so how's dating for you? And they're like, oh, well, I'll go on a date with somebody and they'll ask me, like, the first date, like, you know, my rent, I'm behind on my rent. And it's like, that's not his responsibility.
Right.
Like, that's not taking care of a woman. That's, to me, that's just
enabling.
That's mindless tricking.
I think it's enabling.
That's tricking
like,
with no purpose.
You're trying to find out how much you can get from me and how much you can get from me.
But it's like, that's low key, it's like the dating game now though, right? Like that's how people are are dating now. It's like, what can we do for each other in a very short amount of time?
I mean, yeah, but your ass gonna hit the door for my ass.
But you-
Shit.
I have a
You
question.
not finna
Yeah.
play with me.
What are essential duties of taking care of each other versus essentials? Huh? Hold on. What are essential duties of taking care of each other versus the essential?
Uh-oh.
What is she trying to say? Do you see that second question? Hold on. Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
You see?
But yeah, just as a man though, like my dad raised me to be like, all right, if y'all are in a relationship, take her car, fill it up with gas, wash the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because my dad.
My dad cooks too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So my mom like used to be like, I come home and this nigga done got everything done and.
But did your mom work?
Yeah, she worked.
So she worked too. So
Yeah.
what did your mom do as well, like in the house, just so I can have like the full picture?
I mean, she did women responsibilities, but to my point, at some point, like my dad lost his job, and he was so much of a provider. Like what I'm saying is like, nah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's like, well, bro, you gotta look at your circumstance. Like you can't be the what's the word? Not provider. What do we just say? You can't take care of me and you're not able to. You know what I'm saying?
You can only take care of someone to the capacity that you're able to take care of yourself.
Right. So
to be
certain
honest.
things that need to get done, like I said, cooking or make sure the house is in order, kids done ate, did their homework, got in the bed, all that type of stuff like that. Then I feel
So the
like,
roles kind of like switched at one point.
Right.
I mean, but at that point you're a unit. Like when you're married, when you're living with somebody, when you have a commitment with someone, when you have children with someone, you're a unit. So you're moving as a unit. So whatever needs to be done, like hopefully in the household, you're making sure like, hey, I'm not doing what I don't want to do and you're not doing what you want to do. So we're going to be able to make a compromise. So like, hey, I don't like doing this. So like, you're okay with doing this. Cool. You do that. You know? So I think that when you're moving as a unit, it's a different conversation that you're having. I think a lot of people speak from the perspective of being two individuals and trying to get what they can get from the other person and not necessarily build anything together. Like you're not trying to create anything. You're not trying to create a household, create a legacy, create a family. You know?
Okay, so I got my question again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What are essential duties of taking care of each other?
I think that depends on the person.
Right.
Like what I consider taking care of me is probably going to be vastly different than how my man feels taken care of. So personally, how I feel very taken care of is like someone who's able to kind of like gauge my moods without me having to necessarily verbalize it to you. Like just meaning we have a level of chemistry and understanding where it's like if I feel uncomfortable about something or I feel some type of way about something, you're the type of person that's going to say, hey babe, let's have a conversation about this, or I can understand that this is making you feel uncomfortable. To me, that's taking care as well.
Yeah.
You know? Or taking something off my hands where it's like if I make dinner, you just go ahead and grab the plates and put them in the sink or put them in the dishwasher. Very simple things that people don't think about, but that's taking care of each other. That's how I like to feel taken care of. Paying bills to me is like a bare minimum because we're all already paying bills.
Right.
We're already paying bills. I'm already paying bills. You're already paying bills. That's the bare minimum. You got to pay bills to live. So, you know.
I feel like for me, just from a man's standpoint, just making sure like I'm emotionally intact because as a man I deal with so much and then have to make sure to your point that you're taken care of to where you see like, all right, well, how are you actually feeling? You know what I'm saying? What about this made you, you know what I'm saying, be this way, or do you want to talk about it? You know, just actually making sure I'm able to like be able to reciprocate your energy, because if I'm off, then I'm not finna give a fuck about shit you got going on.
That makes sense. And I think, you know, men have feelings too. I don't know why that's like, I feel like when I was younger, I didn't feel like necessarily men had feelings. Like I didn't realize that men carried the same emotions that I may carry,
Right.
you know? So that's important to know, where it's like, he could be tired. He could feel like, damn, I have the world on my shoulders. Like, I don't feel taken care of. I
Right.
think a lot of men probably feel the same way that you feel.
Yeah. They're not gonna say it though.
They're not gonna say it,
I'm
yeah.
speaking for you guys.
What are some deal breakers?
With what, like not being taken care of?
With the whole topic, yes. What are some deal breakers for you with not being taken care of? Or what are some deal breakers for you when a woman tells you you have to get her feet done twice a week or something? Like, what are deal breakers for y'all with this topic?
I guess deal breakers would be just not making me feel like I'm leading. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Okay.
all men want to, whether you're in control or not, like at least make me feel like the man. You know what I'm saying? And the way you handle things, the way you talk to me, like shit like that. If you feel like you could just run off at the mouth, or you could just, hey nigga, do this because you're supposed to or you got to, like that's definitely a deal breaker for me.
Deal breaker for me is just it's like somebody just not being open-minded and open-hearted. Like, that's a big deal breaker. I think a lot of things can be worked out just with having an open mind and an open heart, because nobody is perfect, and you're not going to know everything that I need if I don't tell you, if we don't communicate. So it's like, a deal breaker for me would be if I go to my partner and I'm like, hey, you know, I really, like, when you do this, it makes me feel like this, or I've been feeling like this lately, and it's kind of just brushed off, and I don't feel like my feelings or my communication is being cherished by you or valued by you.
Right.
Because I do understand that, you know, you're not going to take things, like, you may do something and it may have a completely different meaning than the way I'm taking it.
Yeah.
But what makes me feel cherished is when you recognize the fact that, okay, well, I did this and I may have felt this way about it, but she feels this way, and I want her to feel like we're on the same page.
Right.
You know, if you're not open to do that, like if you just feel like it's your way or the highway, and it's like you're not open for any level of conversation and fluidity and adaptability, like you can't be adaptable, then that's a deal breaker to me. You've got to be able to, you know, say like, hey, I was wrong. Like, I was wrong. Okay, like I was wrong, you know, or I'm sorry. I'm sorry goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry that this made you feel like this. I did not mean it.
Yeah.
You know?
I've been in a situation like that to where, like, me as a man, I'm very blunt. I'm very, like, kind of dry. I get that from my dad, to where it's like, okay, what's the problem? Okay, here's the solution. Like, I don't need to, you know, whatever. So I'll be having to check myself and really just be like.
Women don't communicate the same way that men communicate, and we feel things way differently, and we trust differently. The way that men trust is very like it's the consistency about it. It's like, if you're like this 90% of the time, then a man is going to trust you to continue to be like that. But for women, it's like, it takes an instant for us to not, it's like a momentary thing. It's like, you could be doing something, and that's just how we are. It's a biological thing. Like, the way we trust is very instantaneously. Like, you could be doing something right, and then like you do it like this, and we're like, oh my God, like the trust that I've had for you just kind of like, it doesn't mean that it can't be rebuilt in the next instant, but it's just, that's just how we are.
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta be understanding that we're very, very different.
It's a constant battle. It's just like.
But it doesn't have to be a battle. It can just be like a beautiful dance, when it's like, you know, we're different, but because we love each other and because we want to understand each other and we have compassion, compassion goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, by saying like, I see you. Like, I see that I don't get where you're coming from, and I see how that hurts you, but at the end of the day, like, I want to be better.
Right.
You know, that goes a long way.
Help me be better.
Yeah. I think it's a growth process.
Yeah.
It's a learning process. Like, you're not going to get with somebody and then the learning just stops. I feel like when you get with someone, that's when the learning begins. Like, this is when you start to say like, oh, this is the real work.
Right.
Being in a relationship is the real, like.
Yeah. Which, like you said, is a partnership. It's something that you should both constantly be working on to.
People take shit too seriously and to the heart too. It's like, come on, like it's not that serious all the time. Also, do you think women take, like, when a man does something in the relationship that they feel like it's like hurtful, do you think women take it too seriously to the point where it's just like, it's like irreparable, or do you think the women that you've dated are a little bit more understanding?
I guess it depends on the woman, but for, like, I feel like the majority, it is like situation where it's like, oh, you did this and it's gonna take me a while to get over the fact that, and it's like, well, to your point, like I didn't mean it like that. I just said it the way I said it. And I would hope that you would move on, but you still sitting there stuck looking at me like.
Does that make you feel like, damn, like all the work I put in up to this point just doesn't mean anything?
I won't say it don't mean nothing, but it's like, do you really appreciate the work that I put in? Like, are you really taking into consideration, like, all right, well, he has done X, Y, and Z. Like, okay, he might have fucked up with this one thing, but to your point, like, I can actually communicate with him and let him know, like, you need to actually be more intuitive with, you know what I'm saying, how I feel with this certain situation, or make some type of effort or change to like give some type of leeway to what I'm saying or what I want you to do. And I feel like as men, we're really like stern in how we try to go about things. And it's like, I won't say it's difficult, but it's just I don't want to say task either. It's just, it's not what we're accustomed to. We're accustomed to like, kind of like what you're saying, like, hey, well, this is how I am, so you're going to take it or you're going to leave it.
Yeah, this is just what it is. Like, it's like very black and white.
But, you know, I feel like as a man, you're supposed to grow. So in growing, like, you have to, like, fellas, you got to, like, take what she's saying into consideration. And, like, sometimes you got to check your feelings and...
Yeah, and, like, put yourself in her shoes to the point where it's, like, not that you're, like, trying to become her, but just in a way where you're able to understand your woman better.
Yeah.
You know? Like, why wouldn't you want to do that?
So in conclusion, could you give us some last nuggets of, you know, gems that help us with this?
Just be more receptive to changing how you go about handling your woman. And like she said, just be open-minded and know that it's a work in progress. Shit is not going to be perfect overnight. You're not going to build the perfect woman or have the perfect woman right off. And if you're not willing to do that, then keep it pushing. You know, be out here playing the field, because once you say that you're committed to something, like, women take that shit to heart and they not gonna play with your
Yeah.
ass.
Period. And I would say that learning to take care of a person is almost like learning to take care of yourself. So it's a growth process, and not everybody is the same. People require different things. And certain things are also just the bare minimum.
Just provide. I won't say taking care is such a...
Create the foundation,
you know,
of safety.
That's it.
You know? Yeah.
And as long as you're doing that, like she said, who gives a fuck? Who making what?
Yeah.
And you won't get treated or talked to no type of way, because I know how y'all feel. They be coming out their neck sometimes, but if you just provide, if you let her know, like, hey, look, I'm him, like...
I've got the foundation.
You know, let's build off of that.
Yes,
But
I agree.
A lot of y'all niggas play the video game and don't be doing shit.
Get off video games. You can still play them, but just, you know,
Do
moderation. Everything in moderation, I think. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes. Cheers to that.
And we'll go on a commercial break. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
No fiascos in the kitchen, cause I'm with India. Stirring up the pot, girl, what's in the drinking on the rocks, while she chef it up. Whatever she cooking, it ain't regular. When I'm in the kitchen, I'm with India. When you walk in, you can smell it up. Loving what you're doing, I can't get enough. When it comes to grub, you know she the plug.
You think I'll ever be ready for marriage? I don't know. You want to get married? I'm fucking 30, yo. I don't have much of a choice. But what if you move to a new city? You know? Hang out with the married crowd. Do married things. Then you can get married. Still might not be ready, though. But what if you convinced yourself you was ready? And everybody else was ready? Then would you be ready for marriage? That's a good point. Weird as shit, but that's a good point. Man, that metaphor was bullshit, yo. You think everybody don't got a role to play? You think a white boy could have pulled Erica? You think you could play Kevin Samuels? I could. I think we've had enough of Kevin Samuels for a while. What? I'm just saying. You gonna always be playing some form of Nigel. Lover boy Nigel, gangster Nigel, player Nigel. But I'm not a player. Everybody that knows me knows that. Self-denying player Nigel. Look, I picked these women. Me. I made this path for myself. Did you? Yeah, did you? Or did they choose you? Do you think that we'll be doing what we're doing if we had a choice? Huh? Man, face it. We're a certain type of people that come from a certain type of place that look a certain type of way. You know what they call us? Single. Typecast. If I was typecast, I'd be dead or in jail. But I'm here. I got out. I got myself out. You sure about that? Yeah. Hey, if you're an independent artist that's looking for a platform to showcase your skills, looking for an opportunity to shine, perform live from Unspoken Atlanta exclusive performances.
Oh, India. Ain't no fiascos in the kitchen, cause I'm with India. Stirring up the pot, girl, what's in the drinking on the rocks, while she chef it up. Whatever she cooking, it ain't regular. When I'm in the kitchen, I'm with India. When you walk in, you can smell it up. Loving what you're doing, I can't get enough. When it comes to grub, you know she the plug, yeah.
Hey, if you're an independent artist that's looking for a platform to showcase your skills, looking for an opportunity to shine, perform live from Unspoken Atlanta exclusive performances.
Tell a lot about a man by the way he skate. So how do I skate?
Oh, India. Ain't no fiascos in the kitchen, cause I'm with India. Stirring up the pot, girl, what's in the drinking on the rocks, while she chef it up. Whatever she cooking, it ain't regular. When I'm in the kitchen, I'm with India. When you walk in, you can smell it up. Loving what you're doing, I can't get enough.
up with the same, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man.
It has to be so intense that I actually nut in the
Y'all ready? Is it a man's job to take care of a woman?
Ladies first.
I think take care is quite strong. I don't think
Talk to us.
I don't think a man should like I don't think it's I don't know, like it's hard to like I know like if I was to marry a man, my dad would be like, take care of my daughter.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think in a sense, I think it gets blurred because a lot of women feel like a man should be their daddy. And I don't think you should be like my dad.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like your responsibility to like I don't know. I don't know.
Because explain that. Because what should he not provide for you?
I think you should want to be a man and provide for a household and be a leader of a house.
Yeah, I feel you.
But to take care of me, I think that's kind of extensive. I think that's kind of like I don't necessarily feel like a man should take care of me.
I feel you.
I feel like I should be comfortable. I feel like I should be safe with my man. I feel like my man should be able to provide a safe environment where I don't feel like it's very controlling or I don't know. I just don't feel like I don't know. I don't like the word take care.
Like,
and it could just be me. Like I just may feel weird about because hell, I'm already kind of like weirded by asking. I don't ask nobody for money. So to even go to like my dad at my grown ass age and ask for anything, I have a really hard time with doing that.
I feel, and I get you, and I feel you with the take care thing, but I feel like as a man, like, it's levels to it. Like, manners and what you're supposed to do with a woman are different, but I definitely feel like taking care of, or how I perceive take care of, providing, you're supposed to do that for your woman.
Okay.
That might not be,
providing.
like that might not be what you're doing for every girl you're with, but based on how I was raised, it's a certain level of accountability. Mm-hmm. And what a woman's exposed to, she might take that out of context.
Right.
Like, if we go on to lunch and I pick up the tab, that might not mean like I'm super into you, but like I'm a gentleman.
Okay.
We're here. That's just what I'm gonna do. But like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you my girl, like, I don't feel bad, like, if you, not saying like it's tricking off, but like asking for the rent, like, you know what I'm saying, like, get like money to get your hair done, your nails done, like, yeah, you mine, like, and that's what I want for you, because I want you on point. So like, yeah, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if it's that serious and you're my girl, oh yeah, it's as a man, I'm gonna take care of you, but like take care of you don't look. I know I bought it up financially, but it don't always look financially. It's about providing what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that's where I think when we hear take care, that's what everybody goes to the financial tier, which may just not necessarily look like that. I think it is kind of subjective in regards to what people think take caring is. But I agree. Like, I think if you are exclusive with somebody, taking care of them, if you want to help, my thing is, if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, I may not want to ask you, but if I say like, hey, babe, I gotta go get my hair done or my nails done this day, and you want to provide that, cool. I like that.
Right.
But it's not necessarily saying I need you to do. I think I come from an older background, older parent, so I think like listening to the word take care is almost kind of triggering because my parents my mom was like born in the 50s, and her mom was born in like the 30s.
Yeah.
So like they be like, oh, you need a nigga to take care of you, need a nigga to pay your rent, need a nigga to, you know what I mean? Like that's the way that they look at it, but I don't necessarily look at it like that. And they also come from that era of like gender roles.
Exactly.
Like, you know, the woman cooks, cleans, take care of the kids don't necessarily work while the man come home and bring.
What does it look like for you in today's time though? What is your definition
like
of take care?
I feel like take care is me not having to ask.
In what regard? That's broad as fuck.
It is. Not knowing, not knowing, like I said, like if we have a casual conversation and I'm like, I don't know, like I'm going to get my nails done today. I got a nail appointment after work. I'm not gonna be home the usual time I'll be home.
I feel like that's fine. Oh, okay. So like it might not be financial, but like your shit in the fridge, and I might be getting home late. Like maybe
potentially,
you could, you know. I feel and that's
if it's that way, like whatever. I mean, and it's bad to say because I guess I'm kind of like reading between the blurred lines. It's just kind of like me not having to say like, oh damn, you know, okay, she had a hard month. Let me get it right.
And I feel like, and that's what I was about to say. I asked that question, but I feel like my answer would have been like, it's more about the energy.
Yeah.
Like recognizing,
if we know each other well enough.
Yeah. Like recognizing what that person needs and providing it. And that might not always be financial, you know, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, you might make more than the nigga. You might make more than the dude, and you run the household. But like I said, he know you had a tough month. You had reviews and shit this month. You know what I'm saying? On the 31st, when you come home tomorrow, he got a bubble bath ran with wine in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the energy. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the take care is catering.
Catering,
you know, like without saying, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. It's almost like you're just paying attention to the vibe of the crib or whatever, and you're able to fill in wherever those gaps are.
But
so it don't necessarily even have to be you take care of me. You just taking care of what we got.
I feel you, but a nigga only gonna do that for somebody that he feel like he got something.
For sure, 100%, 100%. But I mean, that's what it would look like for me. Like if I want to do something, I'm not asking really anybody to do it. Right. I don't know why I have that complex. I just do. Like I'm not asking. If I got it, I'm gonna do it. Right. Whenever I get it, I'm doing it. So I just kind of like, you know, but I will, if I be like, okay, you know, like I know my nigga running around doing X, Y, and Z. Hey, here your haircut money. Go get your haircut.
Reciprocity. I fuck
or,
with it.
You know, like just like whatever my energy is that I'm pushing out, maybe you could push the same thing out. Like, you know, I don't have to say it, and you didn't even know I was sending it to you, but I sent it.
I fuck with it.
So, I mean, I think like that's like taking care.
Yeah.
What are some deal breakers as far as you feeling like you're not being taken care of?
So check this out. Here's one deal breaker I feel like, bruh, don't hold over my head or bring up no shit you done did for me.
I agree.
Ooh, don't do that. Yeah. Cause if you ain't do it out of, you know what I'm saying?
Courtesy of your heart.
Out of the courtesy of your heart, like, ooh, I can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
Don't never leverage that shit.
Yeah, that's not nice. I agree. I think I don't know. I be wondering, like, do people like be having like? I think a deal breaker for me is I'm pouring too much. Like I didn't pour my whole cup into your shit, and my bitch is. I poured it willingly though, no problem, kindness of my heart. I want to do it. I want to see you succeed.
Lauryn Hill hit us with a bar.
But then I hit my cup and it's empty. It's empty noises, and you don't even see that it wasn't like a pour type of situation.
And see, it be like this though, like not even just saying men or women. Like somebody will look at how you're pouring into them, and they'll consider that they have to reciprocate that in that fashion for it to be reciprocity. Right. Now, that might not be what they need for you, from you, but this is what they see that they got it for you. Like, they trying to see, is he tapped into me? Like, because, like, speaking from a male perspective, like, a chick might know if she fooling with you if you ain't got it like that. Mm-hmm. And she might be tricking off, and she might be seriously into you. And she get that you might can't do that, but, like, if you sitting there as a male feeling sorry for yourself, thinking that's the type of energy she wants you to reciprocate, Nah, she just want to feel that you fuck with her.
Yeah.
That you're considerate.
Yep.
That, you know what I'm saying? But cats will look at it like, oh, she just, you know what I'm saying? She just got me goddamn Louis V wallet. But I work at Foot Locker. I can't got. She know that, bro. She know that. Just do something, my nigga.
That's it.
Just do something. You know what I'm saying?
Just to know that there's something.
She know you make the 2 for $20 at Chili's. Just take it up.
That's not the 2 for 20. I ain't mad at that. You want to do a little chili? We do a little chili. You know what I mean? We down on bad time. We can do that.
Let's pull these receipts.
We can do
the first
that.
time I bought up Chili's when I was talking to you.
No, I did. What I said was,
check this out, man.
We're not even gonna do that.
Because
what I said was, I didn't say nothing about.
We'll talk about Chili's.
We will.
Yeah, all right.
We will.
Damn, yeah, but yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro. That's all you can do, bro. Just do it. The issue is like men get stuck in their pride.
Absolutely.
They get stuck in their pride.
That shit swallows y'all whole.
Yeah, it
don't even chew you. It just swallows y'all whole.
Yeah, real talk.
And it sucks. Like, it's crazy. I'm gonna give a little story time just real quick.
Let's do it.
I had a guy that I was dealing with years ago. Like, I was probably like 26, 24, 25, somewhere in there.
So like last year.
No, nigga.
All right.
But I'm just like, I really do onto people what I would want done to me. I a lot of times don't look for anything really in return. But if I feel like you need the help, I got you. So little baby ain't had no way to go to work. So, we was working with each other happy. So, he had a late night job. He used to work at one of these little big pizza spots here in Atlanta. And I would if I was with him, I'd be like, I'll take you to work. Like, no problem or whatever. And it would maybe like a midday shift. And then like later on that night, like, you gonna come back by my crib? Yeah, I'll pick you up and we go back to your spot. So it was never no problem for me. Because it was convenience. I was
no problem.
Potentially getting,
Hey, no problem.
So no problem. It was what it is. Like, okay, cool. Like, it was no issue. But there were times where it was none of that going on, and I was just picking him up and taking him to work with no issue because he lived like 10 minutes around the corner. The job was really like 5 minutes up the street from his house. But the Ubering would have been so much for him.
Because it's Atlanta. I get that shit. Yeah.
And it was literally in the heart of Atlanta. So I was like, it's no problem, right? We didn't end up making it. We didn't work, whatever. But all these years later, like, we're still cordial, we're still cool. And he'd be like, I ain't gonna hold you. He said, I really ain't have shit. Like, I didn't have nothing. Like, I wasn't even, like, giving you anything but that. But you still just did it out of the kindness of your heart. And any other woman would have been like, nigga, I did X, Y, and Z for you, and you never did this for me. He's like, you never threw that in my face. And he was like, that's respect. Like, you was real for that. And he was like, because if I didn't have no way to work, I was really penny pinching to try to make sure that I could get my Ubers to and back from work. And I was like, it is what it is. But like you said, like, doing something for somebody.
What was your reciprocity? You was getting
maybe every now and then we got a little, dick was involved, but it wasn't like. Not every time, though. That's what I was saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It is what I'm not mad at that. Like, it's
I'm not
cool.
mad at it either, but like, how serious were you willing to take that relationship?
We were, so I don't know, like, it was young. I was young.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, I liked him. I don't know if it really would have went very far, but I did really see the potential in him. He was also in school still at the time.
No, I feel you on that. I'm just saying,
it was just kind of like, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to help how I could. I had a car. He had a car, but his car was broke. Shit broke down. So, I mean, like, I was just like, if I can help, I'm over here, I'm cooking. You know what I mean? You got a roommate. I'm cooking for you in the room. What else I supposed to do?
Come on now. You doing too much.
I was doing a lot.
You doing a lot. Cool.
But, it is
you
what
said
it is.
You were young, though. You were dignitized. He was older than you?
No.
Damn.
We was like the same age.
It'll be the best situation.
But, I wasn't really digmatized because it wasn't like but when I first started doing it, we wasn't fucking.
But then,
like, dick started to become a transaction.
A transaction.
Like cash.
So, like, the agreements to go to and from work, was they before or after the dick?
Before.
Oh, yeah. Nah, you was solid for that.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, you was solid for that.
I thought he was a cool guy, but it also just got sticky. Like, it ran into, X coming into the picture again, all that other extra ass shit, yeah. But, it is what it is. Like, he learned his lesson. He got a good lesson from that. So, it is what it is. Like,
nah, I fuck with this shit. That's really what I be on. It just be about the reciprocity. But like you said, niggas with their pride, man, you know what I'm saying? They think, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, next question.
We weren't even on the next question, but we just.
We was trying to make it uncomfortable because we was waiting on the.
So, as a man and a woman, what are some essentials for you to provide?
Like,
as far as taking care of.
I went first last time. Go ahead, you go.
I thought I went first last time.
Okay, I'll go. I really just feel like I rock with Lauryn Hill so hard for that line, bro. Because I really feel like it's just about feeling the reciprocity. It ain't about so much the act. You know what I'm saying? It's about the effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like everybody ain't going to be able to meet everybody in the same fashion. In the middle, and when it comes to a man, you know what I'm saying? If I'm supposed to be providing, I don't mind providing at a high clip. I don't mind taking care of everything, but like, let me know I'm appreciated. Do the simple shit. Like, if a dude gonna choose to provide for you and vice versa, even if you got a woman that's taking on that burden, you know what I'm saying? They know what the situation is, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't looking for you to just sit on that shit. And I feel like people in the world take advantage of other people, you know?
I had maybe 2 or 3 really good girls that I really allowed my pride to get in the way of some shit because I just didn't want to just do what I could. Like, if a woman can see a man doing what he can for somebody, like if you're picking or pulling from your last and you're doing what you can do for that woman because you care about her, that just goes a long way. Like, I don't think, well, we live in a different time now, but I don't feel like the real women are that shallow to not realize, like, okay, he's doing what he can.
This a whole nother question though, you know what I'm saying? And it's totally separate from this episode, but like, I get what you're saying, but with the way the world is now,
it sucks.
Are the real women comfortable being real women? Because I kind of feel like sometimes it's to
they
the
get
point
too
where
conform to what's going on now.
Not even too conform to what's going on. They feel like they get too conform to what's going on.
They think they gotta meet the city girl.
So God forbid other chicks find out, oh, you putting on for him like that? Oh nah, shawty, it's real ass big. Give a fuck about it.
See, I think it's funny to say now, like, you know, granted, you know, we see the city, we seen the city girls start. We see where they started, and now we look at them now. They both, one was and one is in now still. We see them now in relationships, but they still go out and they do whatever they do.
It's about what sell. The issue is with social media. Not just social media, the media period. They can push the narrative they want you to see.
Social media.
And that single shit sell. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Them folks ain't happy though.
Absolutely.
Them folks ain't happy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like Usher, with you don't have to call. Like, we seen you don't have to call video. You ain't got to call. But then the next video was you got it bad. And he lost his bitch from telling her not to call. So, I mean, we see it.
The real shit. Listen, you know, since you want to call my man Usher, we all knew what time it was when she made All the Single Ladies.
Shut up.
We all knew what time it was. What she make that song for?
She was just calling everybody. She was
you ain't singing, folk. Like, nah, folk. You ain't single. We knew what she was doing.
Was single at that
time. No, I definitely know she wasn't. Yeah. That was my go-to.
All the single ladies?
Cause all the other niggas would go to the side of the wall. I'm like, oh, you ain't gonna dance with us to this? Yeah, you sleep, boy. The next song is the one I'm prepping for on this one. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had that foresight. Damn, I sounded country. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Woo, came out of me then.
Y'all can go to a conclusion. So just final words on.
What was the topic?
Mm-hmm. It's his job to take care of a woman.
Hey, on the conclusion, y'all tell them why they should.
I ain't gonna say, but you go ahead. You want me? I can conclude first since I'm a man.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like.
How do you feel? Do you feel like you as a man should that's your job to provide for your lady?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Though. I'm a provider. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
take care. No, take care. Is it a man's
job? Yeah, like
to
not only
care?
just provide, but like provide and take care. But I've spoke on this on that show. You know what I'm saying? Not saying because I am, you know what I'm saying, married out here in the world. Not saying that's what we can accomplish all the time. But like, I don't know if all men think like this, but me as a man, I think like this. If I can take care of you, if I can
we seen that on BMF.
Having to do this, you know what I'm saying?
We seen that on BMF.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And like, that's conversations me and my wife have had. You know what I'm saying? Is she secure in her situation with you? You can't get what you want. So as a man, that's just how I look at things. That might not be how all other men look at things.
I think all men should, because it's almost like I said, with the example of BMF, the mama and the daddy, like, they was penny pinching for change, and
Charles wasn't getting that pussy.
Charles still wanted to,
Charles wasn't getting that pussy.
But you still want coochie. But my lights off, and I got all these holes in my wall. But you going next door and fixing holes in her wall, but not fixing these holes in this wall.
Charles is fucking up. You're right. Yeah, he got to take care of
I have an
first.
issue. I'm not attracted to you because we down bad right now. We both of us are struggling to take care of this house. We shouldn't be focusing on no sex.
This ain't BMF though.
No, that's right. But that could be somebody else. That could be somebody else's story though. But I do feel like if a man, if a man is just leading, like you just taking care of what the fuck just need, like wherever the loops are, wherever the holes are, they're being filled, and that just makes shit even better.
This shit so deep though, cause with the I don't even want to get into that. Speaking about our community. As a woman, I feel for y'all because you don't know how a man might have been raised. Like that might not even be his nature. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what also comes with that. But that's too. You don't know like how a woman's been raised. So then you may end up
no woman finna scold that being taken care of.
No, but I'm saying you also may be dealing with a woman who has potential daddy issues that's looking for a man to fill the void that they dad didn't fill for them. So she ain't looking at you as an equal. Or like a provider for her. She's looking for you to do everything for her.
Yeah.
Everything for her.
I get that.
You know what I mean? So it goes both ways, which I feel like people should have those uncomfortable conversations too. Like, okay, let's chat about the childhood, because what happened? Let's talk about it. What happened? What did your childhood look like?
I know we talking about, but that's really the issue with the world now.
Absolutely.
People can't talk to each other about shit that matters.
Yeah.
But
then too, people also, I mean, everybody has their own story, their own path, their own whatever, but just people are hesitant to share, at this age, they may be more hesitant to share the real that they would have shared maybe at 22 that they want to share at 30, 35 or whatever, because they may have been shamed for it. You know what I mean?
I don't get that though, because I was definitely gonna lie to your ass at 22, but now I understand that shit is stressful.
That's true. I mean, I think I'm way more. I'm not way more honest. I'm more vocal. I used to keep a lot of shit confined, but now like I don't listen. This who it is. You either want it or you don't. Get with it or get gone. Like, I mean, it's just kind of like we all got you gonna find it out anyway, whether I say it or I don't. You know what I mean? Like, if we go down the long hole, you're gonna figure it out. So, in conclusion, I don't think that it's necessarily a job for a man. I feel like a man should pride himself in taking care of his household and taking care of his lady and his children if he got kids. Just taking care of what everything is. And it be simple shit.
This one thing I noticed. If you gonna fool with and take a woman serious and let it be known, and don't fool around and be a man that got like a wife and kids like you just said, bro, that is a direct reflection of you. Mm-hmm. So like, tread carefully. Cause like how they see them is gonna be how they equate what they think of you as a man. Mm-hmm. So like, do your job, bro. Do your job, bro.
I agree.
It ain't about the world and how you feel like it's unfair. That's just what it is. You can take it for what it is, but I mean, that's just how you gonna be judged. But if you a man and you got a woman or you got a family, wife and kids, they gonna judge you by how they see them.
Yep.
And then whatever you bring is second.
Yep. A fact. Said that. It's a wrap for you. Yeah, I'm done.
I think that's kind of unfair, Jeter.
It is, but that's the world.
Because
that's
if
just the
a woman
world.
is already taking care of herself, well, how you giving credit to the man?
Kim, you the whole package. But if I'm dating you, they gonna judge me off of how they see you, and you could be paying for all of that shit. But I'm getting judged off of how you out here.
That's cheating.
It's only cheating if you date a nigga that ain't to your stature.
We would like to thank you guys for watching this episode of Unspoken. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see y'all next time.
And her eyebrows popping on y'all niggas. They popping. I peep them. Don't even